I never thought you would do this, my child, but I have been watching you. I saw the moment it happened. No one else noticed. There was no applause, no announcement, just a quiet decision inside your heart. And yet, all of heaven leaned in. You thought it was small. You thought it did not matter. You even questioned yourself afterward. But I am telling you now, it mattered more than you know. This is why you must listen carefully to me. Do not scroll past this moment. Do not dismiss this as coincidence. I am speaking directly to you because something shifted, and you need to understand what you have done. I never thought you would do this, you say. You think I am disappointed. You think I am pointing at your weakness. But no, my child. I'm speaking with holy surprise. I am speaking with the joy of a father who just watched his child take a step he once refused to take. You chose differently. Where you once would have reacted, you paused. Where you once would have defended yourself, you stayed silent. Where you once would have run back to what hurt you, you walked away. Where fear once ruled you, you whispered a prayer instead. Do you understand what that means? You think you are still the same person. You think you have not changed. But I saw the old version of you lose its grip in that moment. I saw growth forming where insecurity used to live. I saw strength rising where weakness once spoke loudly. This message matters now because you are standing at a turning point, even if you do not feel it yet. The decision you made was not random. It was not accidental. It was the evidence of something I have been building inside you for a long time. And before this message ends, I will show you why that quiet act moved the spirit realm more than your loudest prayers ever did. You almost missed it. You almost convinced yourself that nothing had changed. But I am calling your attention to it. I am pulling you close and saying, look at what you just did. You did not fall back. You did not break the way you used to. You did not surrender to the same pattern. My child, this is the beginning of something sacred. Lean in. Stay with me. Because what you thought was just a small personal choice was actually a sign that you are becoming who I always knew you could be. My child, I know how heavy that moment truly was for you. From the outside, it looked small. It looked ordinary. But inside you, it felt like standing in the middle of a storm, trying not to be pulled back into the wind. Your thoughts were loud. Your emotions were rising. Old memories were whispering, and the familiar pattern was calling your name. I saw how close you were to reacting the way you used to. I saw your heart beating faster. I saw the message you almost sent. I saw the words forming in your mind that would have defended your pride. I saw the urge to walk away, to shut down, to protect yourself before anyone else could hurt you again. You have been carrying more than anyone realizes. You have been strong for so long that even you forgot what it feels like to rest. You have been patient when you wanted fairness. You have been kind when you felt wounded. You have been silent when you wanted to scream, "This is not right." And still, in that moment, you chose differently. You did not tell anyone how tired you were of repeating the same cycle. You did not confess how frustrated you felt that growth seemed so slow. You did not admit that part of you wondered if anything inside you had truly changed at all. But I knew. I saw the exhaustion behind your calm face. I heard the prayer you whispered under your breath. I felt the surrender in your spirit when you decided to trust me instead of your impulse. That pause you took cost you something. It cost you the temporary relief of saying everything you felt. It cost you the satisfaction of proving your point. It cost you the comfort of doing what was familiar. Yet you chose peace over pride. You chose restraint over reaction. You chose maturity over impulse. Do not minimize that, my child. You think transformation has to feel dramatic. You think healing must come with lightning and thunder. But most of the time, it looks like this: a quiet decision no one celebrates, a private victory no one applauds. When you held back the old response, I saw strength forming. When you refused to return to what once trapped you, I saw freedom growing. When you trusted me enough to stay steady, even while your emotions were shaking, I saw my work inside you becoming real. You are not who you were. Even if the world cannot see it yet, I can. And that hidden battle you fought was proof that you are changing in ways deeper than you understand. My child, now I want you to see what you could not see in that moment. You thought you were just trying to avoid conflict. You thought you were simply choosing the better reaction. But what truly happened was deeper than behavior. It was transformation. You have been asking me, am I really changing? Am I growing at all? And I have heard that question echo in your quiet hours. You measure growth by feelings. You measure progress by how strong you feel. But I measure it by what you choose when no one is watching. And in that moment, you chose differently. Let me gently correct something in you. You keep telling yourself, it was nothing. You keep minimizing your obedience because it did not feel dramatic. But growth is not always loud. Maturity is not always emotional. Sometimes it is simply restrained. Sometimes it is walking away without needing the last word. You are not as stuck as your thoughts tried to convince you. The old version of you would have reacted quickly. The old version of you would have allowed pride to lead. The old version of you would have said, "This is just who I am." But you did not say that this time. You paused. You invited me into the space between your emotion and your action. That space is where transformation lives. You thought strength meant defending yourself immediately. I'm teaching you that strength sometimes means trusting me to defend you. You thought control would give you peace. I am showing you that surrender is where peace actually grows. Do not misunderstand this, Satan. I am not silencing you. I am refining you. I am not weakening you. I am shaping you. There is a difference between being passive and being mature. What you did was not fear. It was wisdom forming. The enemy wants you to believe that because you still struggle internally, you have not changed. But struggle does not cancel growth. Temptation does not erase transformation. The battle you felt was proof that the old and the new cannot live the same way anymore. Something inside you is shifting permanently. You are learning to respond instead of react. You are learning to breathe before speaking. You are learning to trust me with outcomes instead of forcing them yourself. This is how I rebuild you from the inside out. What felt like a small decision was actually a dividing line between who you were and who you are becoming. And I need you to understand this clearly. You are not going backward. You are stepping into maturity, even when it feels uncomfortable. Let the scales fall from your eyes, my child. You are changing, and it is real. My child, because you chose differently, something shifted that you cannot fully see yet. You may think that moment passed like any other, that it disappeared into the routine of your day. But in the spirit, it marked you. It strengthened you. It established something solid beneath your feet. What felt small to you was not small to me. Every time you choose obedience over impulse, you are building spiritual muscle. Every time you surrender your first reaction and invite me into it, you are deepening your roots. And roots determine how high you can grow without breaking. I am not just helping you behave better. I am building you stronger. You sometimes look at your life and wonder why things are not moving faster. You question the timing. You question the silence. You even question yourself. But what you call delay, I call development. What you call slowness, I call strengthening. If I gave you certain doors too early, the old version of you would not have sustained them. If I elevated you before this inner work, the pressure would have exposed cracks. But now, because you are learning restraint, patience, and trust, you are becoming someone who can carry more without collapsing. A choice you made is connect into your future. Because you chose peace when you could have chosen pride, you are being prepared for relationships that require maturity. Because you chose trust instead of control, you are being prepared for responsibilities that demand stability. Because you chose growth over comfort, you are being shaped for influence that requires integrity. Nothing is wasted. The discipline you are practicing now will guard your destiny later. The patience you are learning now will protect your promises later. The self-control you are embracing now will preserve blessings you have prayed for. You are not behind. You are being built. I want you to lift your eyes beyond this single moment. See the bigger picture. I am not just correcting behavior. I am establishing character. I am not just calming your reactions, I am anchoring your identity. I am not just teaching you to pause, I am teaching you to trust me completely. And hear me clearly. I am proud of the work happening inside you. You may not feel powerful. You may not feel transformed. But strength does not always feel dramatic. Sometimes it feels quiet. Sometimes it feels like choosing peace when everything inside you wants to fight. Stay steady, my child. Stay close to me. The foundation you are building now will hold the weight of the blessings that are coming. I am shaping you for more, and you are ready for this next level of strength. My child, now that you see what I am doing in you, do not turn back to the old way. Stay in this new strength. Stay in this quiet growth. Keep choosing the path that brings peace instead of pride, trust instead of control, obedience instead of impulse. This is your moment of decision. Continue to pause before you react. Continue to invite me into your thoughts. Continue to believe that even your smallest acts of obedience matter. What you thought was insignificant was sacred. What you thought was weakness was strength being born. You are becoming someone even you did not expect to become. So walk forward with me. Trust me again tomorrow. Trust me in the next conversation. Trust me in the next test. I am guiding you step by step, and I will not abandon the work I have started inside you. If this message spoke directly to your heart, do not keep it to yourself. Like this video, some more of my children can be reached. Share it with someone who is fighting a silent battle. Comment the quiet decision you made and declare your growth openly. Subscribe and stay close to the words I release over you here. And now listen carefully, because this is sacred. As you chose differently in your life, I'm calling you to choose again right now. When you support this mission through PayPal, when you give what the world calls super thanks, you are not giving to a channel. You are sowing seed into souls. You are placing light into dark places. You are helping my voice reach the child who is about to give up tonight. I told you in my word that as you sow, so shall you reap. And I am speaking that over you personally. The seed you release will not die. It will become harvest, peace in your home, clarity in your mind, strength in your spirit. If you feel the stirring in your heart, that is me inviting you. This is your moment to act. Go to the PayPal link in the description. Scan the QR code on your screen. Release your seed in faith. Do not hesitate. Do not delay obedience. And as you give, I bless you. I multiply what you release. I breathe favor over your generosity. You will not lack because you chose to build my kingdom. And now go forward in peace, my child. I am with you.